Hello my dear children, welcome to your science class. I hope you have watched the last class and understood and learned about the parts of flower. Teacher have mentioned in last class that from this class onwards we will start our revision for half yearly exam. So you have your science exam on 14th October. Teacher have already mentioned the chapters for the exam. Once again teacher will remind you the chapters. You are having 6 chapters for the exam. That is the first chapter, source of food. Second chapter, that is components of food. Third chapter, fiber to fabric. Fourth chapter, sorting materials into groups. Fifth chapter, separation of substance. Sixth chapter, changes around us. So all these 6 chapters are there for your half yearly exam. So from today's class onwards, we will revise the chapters one by one. Before that, I would like to give few instructions for you to write the exams. You will be having a 2 hours duration to write the exam and you have 40 marks in total. So children, for exam you are having 6 pattern of questions. The first pattern of question is choose the correct answer. The options will be given. You have to choose the correct option from the given options, which carries half mark each. So the choose the correct answer questions contain in total 3 marks. Now the second category of questions is true or false. A statement will be given to you and you have to state whether the statement is true or false. You need to read the statement and just write whether the statement is true or false in your answer sheet. So there are 6 statements or 6 questions which belong to this category and it carries half mark each. In total, the true or false category contains 3 marks. The third type of questions are match the following questions. As you know, there will be 2 columns, column A and column B. You have to find the matching pairs from each column. There will be 6 pairs and each carries half marks. In total, there will be 3 marks. Now, the fourth category of the questions is name the following. These are like one-word questions where a statement will be given. You have to answer the one word or the name of that following statement. There are 6 questions which carries 1 mark each and in total it carries 6 marks. Now, the fifth category of the questions is fill in the blanks questions. There will be statements with blanks. You have to fill those blanks with suitable words. There are 6 questions, each carries 1 mark and in total it carries 6 marks. Now the last category of questions are answer the following. For this you have to answer the questions. The first 3 questions of this category carries 1 mark each, that is 3 marks in total. And the following 6 questions carries 2 mark each and in total 12 marks. And the last question in this category carries 4 marks. That question you have to write in detail like an essay. So children, for this last category, please answer the questions based on the marks. This is all about the pattern of your question papers. If you have any doubt regarding the pattern of the questions, you can either comment it below or you can ask during the live session. Now let's revise our first chapter, that is source of food. So the first chapter is about the source of food and we know all of us, both plants, animals, need food. Why do we need food? We need food to get energy to work and play, to give us nutrition, growth, maintenance and also repair the body cells. And also food protect us from diseases. It keeps us fit and healthy, isn't it? So these are the advantages of food. And we have learned about a variety of food materials. This variety of food materials are made from different ingredients. Now, what are these ingredients? Ingredients are materials needed to prepare the food. So, there is a definition, that is, what are ingredients? Ingredients are the materials needed to prepare the food. For example, the food item chapati contains ingredients like atta and water. So, such definitions are important for name the following type of questions. So, when you study a chapter, don't forget to learn the definitions. Now, later we learned about the source of food. We learned about source of food. We learned two sources is plants. Plants are source of food. And second one is animals. Animals. The plants are source of food, for example, cereals, pulses, fruits, vegetables. Whereas in animals, they are source of food like milk, meat, egg, etc. So we learn two sources of food, that is plants and animals. Later in this chapter, we learn food materials from plants. The plant materials like cereals, pulses, fruits, vegetables, etc. So the part of a plant that can be eaten is called edible part. So those parts which can be eaten is called edible part. So the part of the plant that can be eaten is called edible part, and we have learned the examples for edible parts like roots of carrot, radish, turnip, sweet potato, the stems of sugarcane, onion, ginger, potato, etc. The flowers of cauliflower, banana flower, broccoli, pumpkin flower, etc. The fruits like apple, guava, mango, grapes, etc. The vegetables like beans, cucumber, brinjal, pea, etc. And in certain plants, the seeds are used as edible part like wheat, rice, cumin, etc. Certain plants, nuts are used as edible parts. For example, cashew nut, almond, walnut and groundnut. So the part of a plant which are edible is called edible part. Now from animals we get milk, egg, curd and meat. And as food we also receive honey from honey bees. This honey is used in the preparation of various medicines. We get honey from honey bees, and these honey bees are collecting honey from nectar of the flowers. The rearing of honey bees in large scale is called apiculture. The rearing of honey bees in large scale is called apiculture. So, what is apiculture? Apiculture is the rearing of honey bees in large scale. So, now the plants and animals are source of food for humans like us. Now, what does these animals eat? So, children, we have learned based on food they eat, the animals are classified into 5. So children, based on the food habit, the animals are classified into 5 categories. They are herbivores animals. What is the specialty of herbivores? Yes, herbivores feed on or eat the plant and plant products. Now, can you give me a few examples for herbivores? Yes, few examples of herbivores are cow, goat, buffalo, rabbits, deer, etc. So, all these animals feed on plant or plant products. So such animals are known as herbivorous animals, and they come to the category herbivores. Now the second category, that is, teacher have written here, eating flesh animals, and they are called carnivores. So the animals eating the flesh of other animals are called carnivores. Can you give me few examples for carnivores? Yes, lion, tiger, leopard, eagle, wolf, etc. are carnivores. What is the specialty of carnivores? They eat the flesh of other organisms. Now let's learn about the third category, that are the animals that eat both plants and flesh of other animals. So such animals are called, yes, omnivores. Can you give me few examples for omnivores? Yes, human beings, each of us, we feed on both plant materials and also animals, isn't it? So humans are example for omnivores, and other examples are rat, bear, crow, cockroaches, etc. Now the fourth category, that are scavengers. What are the specialty of scavengers? Yes, scavengers have dead or decay organisms. Scavengers eat the flesh of dead or decay animals. So the example for scavengers are jackal, vulture, hyenas, etc. So scavengers are the animals that feed on dead and decayed animals. Now there are also some other organisms, and they are called decomposers. They feed on dead plants and animals, and their function is to decompose this dead matter. And examples for decomposers are bacteria, fungi, etc. So children, this is an important part. The animals are classified based on their food habits. So you have to learn the examples for these categories and also the features of this cat. That is, herbivores feed on plants, carnivores eat flesh of other animals, omnivores feed on plant and plant materials and also flesh of other animals. Scavengers feed on dead and decayed organisms, whereas decomposers eat dead plant and animals. So you have to learn examples also for these categories. Now later we learned about food chain. We learned about food chain. We learned food chain. We know that sun is the ultimate source of energy, and all other organisms, both plants, animals, bacteria, all the organisms get energy from this sun. We know that animals cannot use the energy from the sun directly. So animals depend on plants. Green plants are eaten by herbivores, and these herbivores are fed by carnivores. Likewise, some or other way, directly or indirectly, animals depend on the plants for energy or for food. So this feeding relationship among the organisms is called food chain. So what is food chain? The feeding relationship between the organisms are called food chain. Now food chain can be also defined as a series of organisms linked together by the process of eating and being eaten. So for the example of food chain, we can say that the green plants that are producers. Green plants are called producers because they are able to use up the energy from the sun. So they are called producers. The green plants are producers, and herbivores like deer, rabbit, etc. they feed on this green plants, and carnivores, they feed on the herbivores, and omnivores, they feed on both herbivores and carnivores. So likewise, there is a relationship between the animals for the sake of food, and such relationship is called a food chain. Now by the end of this chapter, we learned about food problems. We learned food problems. We learned two reasons for food problems. First one is shortage of the food, and second one is poverty. That is, the people are not able to buy the food due to poverty. Now we have also discussed solutions for the food problems. We discussed three solutions. First one is we should grow more food crops. Second one is avoid overeating. And third one is proper storage of the food grains. So that is all about this chapter, that is the source of food. So children, from this chapter kindly go through the important part which I have mentioned, go through the textual activities and also learn the definitions which I have mentioned. If you have any doubts regarding this chapter, please feel free to ask during live session or you can comment it below. And the next class we will learn the second chapter, that is components of food. So be prepared for the revision next class. See you next class. Thank you.